everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans, where Eric's jokes are just a little too early.
Just like other things. Hi-oh!
So,
Sorry,
Justin, you focus in front of you, concentrate on blinking, open your eyes, and find yourself standing before the cart.
Awesome! I told you guys you need to eat the brain. That's how it works.
Ooh. FYI, we're still moving. At this point right now, the carts are moving.
Yeah,
Yep.
The cart's moving. You might want to get out of the way.
Okay, so here's the next plan. Is I need Justin, or I don't know, sorry, what my character's name. I need whoever can blink on command to blink to the cargo area of the cart and get those 2 documents of dwarven things. And blink out and give them to me. I can read them.
I don't trust my blinking ability enough right now.
I'm nursing Ozabon back to health while walking, so
I can do that.
And I'm not going to do that shit because it's gross.
Alright, so I want to blink to where the documents are.
Okay, the documents are all held, and all the luggage is on the roof of her cart, of her little carriage. So you would be blinking onto the roof.
Okay.
Okay,
Where
give
the-
me a D8.
Fuck.
You end up on the right side of the cart. From where you're looking at it, you're like, and you're, oh shit, I'm on the other side.
Okay, what? That's fine. So, where I was before? No, whatever.
Well, wherever. You miss your target,
Yeah.
and just kind of like in the wrong direction as the carts continue to go. So, by the end of the day, near the end of the day, you arrive to a small tavern, which is just kind of along the road. It's one of these places that's out in the middle of the nowhere that people keep up because, everyone stops here. It's about a day out of the previous town whose name you don't really remember, and it doesn't really matter what the previous town's name is. And so they've set up like a little tavern here for people on the road traveling through. There's no wall around it, but it is a 2-story building with a large common room downstairs, bedrooms upstairs, and a small stable behind it that has room for maybe 6 or 7 horses. Currently, there are 2 horses in the stable, so there's plenty of room for your carts and your horses. Excellent. Got another one.
I will talk to the innkeeper and tell him, procure rooms before the raid he has to do anything.
Sure. You
So
run in there
I'm gonna
and get rooms
Get
for
food, get tables, and so on.
8 rooms, I'm taking it. Which is pretty much the entire inn at this point. In fact, as you go in there, she says, and you ask for 8 rooms, she says they only have 7 available.
No, of no consequence. One of us shall bunk with another person.
Thank you kindly. All right, the rest of you all pile into the tavern. It is a kind of a quiet place, I guess, until you guys get there at least.
Well, we're not quiet.
I don't think you guys know what quiet means.
Nope.
As you show up, the lutes come out, the lyres come out, the talking begins, and pretty soon the place is a
I
ruckus
figure
area.
it's time to play some music and talk to the innkeeper.
Alright.
Perhaps we could arrange a deal where we play music for the night.
Lady Helen goes over to Rylene and seems to suggest to Rylene, damn it, missed, that they sit together. She kind of gives you like a look and then looks to her table as expectantly like, would you sit in front of me?
Another deep curtsy. I will turn around to the. Do you want a drink, my lady?
No, I doubt they have anything but pig swill in this part of the world. I'll have Master bring me something from his cart.
And I just order a wine for myself, and I sit down.
You seem to be the only one with any sense of propriety around here. You are the spokesman for your little band of rebels, aren't you?
Yes. I am the security
chief, but we also have a manager. His name is Chad. I'm sure you would love him. Chad is really a sweet talker. He is from the. He has
Where
a
is this
family
Chad
business.
person?
He's currently indisposed. I think he is.
Well, that's not
on
very
some
much
business-
use to me, is it?
He's traveling, getting us a gig.
I see. And she
Well,
just
while this is happening, when I see this opportunity,
Mhm.
and we can do this afterwards, but just to state that I am noticing the opportunity that Riley and the lady are talking, I'm going to go grab Squirrely, kind of gesture for Squirrely to leave with me here. But then, so go back, just so that we can
Okay.
have established that we took advantage of this opportunity at this time.
Sure. She says, "Well, your band of merrymakers is. Well, their music could take a little work. I thought that we were skipping the minstrels because you were a full-service organization, and it seems that you are not a full-service organization after all. The lyre player with that big dinky rat. Well." Let's just say I was disappointed.
I'm so very sorry about. Everybody has an off day, especially with the appearance of the dogs themselves.
Yes.
a
The
bit
dogs, of
surprised.
course, is when the trouble started.
Yes, his he's been feeling a bit ill, and he was not feeling that good. I mean, you saw Jill. Jill performed expertly as she always does. She's our star player, of course. We won't, of course, charge you for what. Or even take into consideration, we'll make sure that something will be done with Squirrely, and he's never going to perform that badly ever again. I assure you that. And Jill will just continue on performing expertly. If you
And
wish,
you trust these other races?
other races,
I mean, that Jill creature is quite okay. Human, a little bit underworld for me, but I can accept her. But seriously, that Manuel dwarf character and a halfling,
my lady.
Hell no!
and the
I
other
say-
dwarf, it's
Call
just
me a dwarf.
So underneath the
she
table,
did just call
my,
you a dwarf.
underneath the table, my
Right,
hand
yes.
is like.
Oh, girl,
racist.
hold me back.
Give me a perception check, Pat, to see if you notice
I'm about
this.
to smack
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Wait, I'm the one talking. You guys are not there, by the way.
Yeah, but he's sitting at the table next to you, so he's making a perception check to see if he could hear that. 18 will not cut it. No, you do not hear that.
Okay. So you do, but you see me underneath the table doing this, like, which is the universal sign for, oh god, she is pissing me off.
The evil part of Raylene's mind whispers to her, you know, your god would
They're in
make
this
a
tavern
sacrifice of a noble woman as more valuable than other people.
I will, because consideration for the people that still need the money and the pride. I will keep on my smiley face for the moment and say, well, my lady, every race has their uses. They're valuable members of our party. They each bring their own skill sets, and in battle, as you've seen, they are really good. They're very proficient in slaying creatures that mean to slay you. Now, is that not enough?
Yes, I understand. Just, are they really necessary? Can't you find a good human to do the job?
My lady, I do have a contact in town. Let me talk to Jill and the others. I'll let them go. I'm gonna talk to them, but you need to come with me if you please, of course. With your master or anybody else you
She
want.
tries some of the food and just kind of like, lets it roll off her tongue and plops onto the plate.
You can
Goes,
find a better place. I mean, it's not.
I'll be
it's-
in my room. Master, bring me twice as much wine. It seems I will not be eating today.
I turn out. I will bring my contact there and present him to you.
Yes, okay.
I turn out to my party. I wait for it to leave.
You notice
And
that
I-
Jill and Squirrely are gone, but you still have Manuel and Floyd And
I tell them exactly what she
Slade.
said, and I'm saying, you know that thing I was doing with the sacrificing. It usually goes very well on live creatures, and with the ritual, I think I'd get even bonus points.
Man has a point.
So I think our contact shall be the Shenanigans tissues and some oil flasks.
Slade, do you? What?
Wait, don't. I thought I gave him the napkin.
No. We already have them. I have, and he has 5.
Okay.
I have 4 right now. But I'm just talking like I'm basically implying. Do you guys want to burn her? Are we on the same page?
I don't like this racist bitch. Hell nah.
But how do we get paid?
Well, her full. It's 700. Was it gold worth in crowds?
The wagon?
The coats may be in the wagon.
Uh,
Can't we just burn her when we get her where she's going, and then she'll have gold?
well, somebody might see us burn her if we get to
So-
where we're going.
So,
Yeah.
I like
we want
that.
it. We
This
want
is
it
a backwater
boys.
town. She said she was a princess of some sort.
Backwater town.
I
People
thought she
like
said she was escorting a princess.
people catch on fire all the time, and these sorts of parts of it.
Exactly. See, exactly. It happens. We can't really stop it.
Nobody can explain it.
It's spontaneous combustion. Yes.
Exactly.
I look at the dwarf.
Why don't we? Okay, how about instead of murdering her, we
It's not
Russ-
murder; it's sacrifice.
okay.
It's a sacrifice. It's needed. So one time, if I touched you, I could heal you. But now, because my deity, we're not really on the good side of things. Doesn't really give my power back. So I'm trying to appease the fire gods. A noble woman and a ritual could go a long way to do it.
How about we dress one of our, well, who does she hate? She hates dwarves, and
I think she likes only humans.
okay, so let's take the most human-looking non-human we have, and then make them look human, and then go up to her and have them talk to her, and then they take off their disguise, and then they says, "Hey, I tricked you. I'm actually the thing you're racist against." And then she's going to feel so ashamed, and then we would have taught her a lesson. And then
I should
I
stand.
look.
Oh,
I
I
did say maybe
I look at a dwarf with
less
such
along the way.
look like, really?
Yeah, I have an idea. Jill or Jack,
Is
you
not
give
here.
us your cloak.
Not
I
here.
will stand
He's
on.
Jill's not
Manuel's
here.
shoulder.
He's
Outside.
not here. Swade,
Oh.
not here. Oh, do you guys see where they're going? Because I kind of want all of us to be on the same page here.
I will stand on Manuel's shoulders. Someone give me a cloak, and I will pretend to be human.
yes, exactly. Even
How is
better.
that-
Even better. Let's
You
find
know,
another human,
I'm
and
like
then let's
5'6", so
How does that help us though? Because
Doesn't it?
if we trick her, she's
Even
not
though
gonna
she
pay us
calls me a
anymore.
dwarf, I am not a dwarf. Okay.
They've been drinking this whole time.
No.
It's the only explanation for this.
You know,
story.
I know I'm not there, but I'm just thinking, okay, we disguise ourselves and appear in her bedchamber as one at a time as 3 different ghosts.
Well, hold on. Why don't you? Why don't,
Why don't we figure out what Jill and
Oh,
Squirrel
this is
are?
perfect because we can blink.
And then at
So we
the
blink
end,
in.
she'll buy Tiny Tim a turkey, even though Tiny Tim is a
I think we
Let's-
should
let's
still-
flip over to
Wow.
Jill and Squirrely and see how long their thing takes, and they might join you right about now.
okay.
Jill and Squirrely, you guys slipped out the front door.
Okay, so I go around the side. Where's the wagon parked here?
Yeah, it's parked in the back in the little mini barn.
The lady's carriage, rather,
Yeah,
here.
it's back there as well.
Okay.
Master, what's his name, brought up all of her bags into her room, though.
Oh,
Master.
they're not up on top of the wagon anymore.
That master.
No. At her
All right.
behest, he dragged
Can I
everything up to her room.
see the window to her room from the outside?
You do.
All right. So I turn to Squirrely
Hmm.
and I say, the party has been trying to get those documents and has failed. But there is one man who can do what the party cannot. I pull out the La Sombra mask and flip it on. We shall do this.
Why are you wearing a mask?
I hold up my finger and I pull out the package that had arrived the other day. And I say, but I will need your help. And I pull out, first there's a squirrel mask.
Squirrely's like, oh!
We are mascado bandidos.
That's a
There
great
you go.
mask.
Oh, you are going to love this. And then I pull out the squirrel utility belt. It's got a big squirrel tail in the back. And I go, and look, here there are places where you could attach a knife or different tools. And in the front, look, there are 2 acorns, 2 giant nuts that you can throw. And then there's this big twig. And it's multi-purpose. You could say like, oh, that's more of whatever, then you could shake a stick. Yeah, here is a stick you could use to shake. Or you could poke.
Do I have to hold the stick in my hand, or can I just like move my hips and wiggle the stick around and be like, yeah, I'm shaking a stick at you?
Why not both?
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
For the record, this is the thing that he was buying last week that we went into private discussion detail about. So this is all over very legit.
Awesome.
So I totally grabbed the squirrel mask. I put on the squirrel mask. I put on the squirrel utility belt. I like hang my grappling hook from the squirrel utility belt. I'm just like, yeah. I understand my true calling now. I understand why my parents named me what they did.
Yes.
Not
Your
because
life
no one's
is
drunk.
leading up to this moment. All right, so look at the. Is the window on the second floor?
It is
or
on the
where
second floor.
All right. Which makes me really happy that I put a whole bunch of points into climbing.
Okay. What is your climb walls check?
85.
Give me an 85% climbing check. 85 or lower on a D100.
1. Oh, wow.
You nimbly
I made
dart
it by
up the wall.
81.
Yeah. Super easy. Just boop, 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 boop. And you're up.
Okay, now the window. Can I open the window here?
The window seems to be shut and does not open easily. You might have to just jiggle it hard. You might have to break it.
And I only put points into 2 different thief skills. If only the other one was open locks. Oh, yes, it is.
What is your percentage in open locks? I will roll it in secret for you.
60, so it's not as high as it could be, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, but that's actually really high. Yeah, 35. You pass, no problem. You go, boop, pop it open, and the window swings open.
Da-da-da-da.
So I'll take out my grappling hook and hook it on, and then lower the rope for Squirrely.
Squirrely's like right behind you. You didn't even notice him, but he's like actually just climbed the wall right behind you.
All right, awesome.
All right, the two of you are in the building. And
I
we need
see
some
you
secret
are already
agent.
developing your skills. All right, so now we're going to look for these papers.
Well, we know what bag they're in. I go and grab the exact bag that they were in last time.
Okay.
You find them, yes.
Okay. And so I tell Squirrely, take the papers. I shall make sure they are not missed. And then I'm going to take out, I have 2 pieces of parchment on my list, and I'm going to draw like a really crude picture of like a smiling cat face. And then I'm going to fold the paper like into like quarters so it fluffs up a little bit, looks like it's more papers, and shove that into the little, bundle thing, envelope that the papers were in.
Okay, so you draw a cat.
A cat face.
Uh-huh. And you put it in the area that you took everything else. So you're leaving a calling card. Right?
Well, no, it's just like, to have something in there so it looks like there's papers.
Okay. I mean, this is like from a whole folder, just like filled with papers. So if you take one out, it'd be hard to notice that one was missing. You can leave a calling card. It's okay to call it that.
So
There we go.
did you only want to take the ones that were the two that I found that were in Dwarven, or did you just want to take all of them?
Taking all of them.
All right,
we
so you
took
take the
all
whole
of
folder
papers.
then. All right. You take her
Yes,
entire.
And then we fill the folder back up with the folded up papers so that it looks like there's more papers.
Okay.
in there.
All right. You fill the folder back up, put the things away. Do you take the bag of jewels that was sitting right next to it?
Oh no, we're not thieves.
Well, I
The
am.
Sombra?
I'm gonna look. What are the items here?
It seems to be all of her necklaces and bracelets that she's taking with her. Or at least you would expect it to be all. If she's taken more than this, then she's really, really, really wealthy. There seems to be about 15 different items in there. Most of them in
Okay.
silver and gold, many of them gem-studded.
Oh crap! I forgot. There was something I wanted to do. And I meant to contact you about this week, but I forgot to.
Uh-oh.
What I wanted to do, like when you talked about the calling cards, that reminded me. I wanted to get 5 like small, fairly expensive gold rings made that said La Sombra that I could leave actually as a calling card.
We'll have to do it next week.
Yes. All right. So, what's the best item?
The best
Most
item in this bag?
Yes, of the jewelry.
Do you have an appraisal skill? Non-weapon proficiency.
What's the prettiest, most expensive looking thing
Okay.
to just a random person?
All right, so
That
you're
would
looking
have
at this, looking for something. Are you more interested in precious metals or stones?
I'm thinking stones are probably worth more than the metals.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the stones, and I have the gem cutting skill. Which gem looks like it was the hardest to cut correctly?
You mean which one was cut most incorrectly?
Well, if you have gem cutting skill, if you can
Oh,
identify it, you can probably tell which is most expensive. As far
Yeah,
as
which one was cut most correctly? Like which one has the best cut on it?
Okay, so you start looking at them. It appears that God, I don't actually know the names of any of these jewelry thingies. There's a necklace that has a medium-sized ruby in it that is cut extraordinarily well. However, there is a bracelet that seems to be studded with very light-colored emeralds all the way around it. So it has more carats in it, but they are smaller and less finely cut. But it is about like double the amount of carats.
Well, you tell me that you estimate that's probably more
But
expensive.
it's like gravity, right? The bigger the gem, the more it's worth, regardless of the number of. Yeah.
That's like gravity.
Which
How?
one would you advise me to take?
Inverse square law, because a diamond that's twice as big as another diamond is worth 4 times as much.
Yeah, but if you have 4 times as many diamonds,
That's
that
true.
produces more gravity.
Yes. No.
Yes.
My point is, it's like the inverse square law.
Okay.
Anyways, which one would you advise me to take? Because I'm not a common thief. I'm the thief that like does it for
Well,
the
you know,
thrill, the
you got-
hunt or something.
If it, in some sense, it has to come down to style, and the ruby necklace just has more of your style. It's red, it's fiery. It reflects your personality better.
Yes.
Totally take the ruby necklace.
You hear
I'll take the
footsteps beside the door and a fumbling with a lock and a key.
Okay, out we go.
Out we go.
Do you use the grappling hook to climb down? Do you shut the window behind you? Do you lock the window behind you? Do you
I'll
carefully
take-
climb down? Do you leap
I'm gonna
out
grab
recklessly
the grappling hook, and I'm gonna leap
and just
and
like
try to
slide?
tumble off. I'll try to use tumbling to not sprain my ankle or something.
Do you have gloves on?
I'm thinking we're pre-fingerprint.
Well, no, but I meant in terms of like the play. Sorry. La Sombra / Jill / Jack is also known as Rob, is going out to the side of the window.
Hanging onto the side of the building next to the window, and I push the shutters closed and drop the grappling hook to the ground.
Do you do this with Squirrely McSquirrelson still in her room?
No, I
No,
follow
Squirrely
right.
needs to dive out first. I told Squirrely to just dive out.
Yeah.
Are you
follow right
sure
behind
Squirrely
him.
got out first?
Yes.
I follow right behind him. I swing to the side of the window, and then I look at the ground, and I think real hard about blinking down to the ground.
Okay, you arrive on the ground.
Oh shit, son!
And I just walk away.
Okay.
I take off my super secret squirrel mask and I put it in my bag, and I'm just like, I'm fine. You know,
So do you guys now arrive at our conversation as I'm saying, where are those two guys? I want to make
look-
sure we're on the same page.
La Sombra is still next to the window. La Sombra, you hear the door finally open and shut loudly, and then you hear footsteps and then what sounds like someone flopping on a bed.
Okay. Well, what do my elf eyes see?
You peer in the window to see this fashionable woman lying in bed on her side, huffing, sighing, and then getting up, stretching, and starting to take off her dress.
Oh shit!
Hotness
The
check.
fashionable woman, as in this is the
Hotness
noble-
check.
the princess.
Hotness check.
Hotness check.
Yeah.
You want to reduce this woman to a series of numbers?
I don't. They do.
I do.
Do we just beat you a series of numbers, and I'm a woman in this game too? It doesn't work like that. Do it.
Yeah, I've been reduced to a series of numbers, and I'm a real person, so
He actually has numbers and letters on him, on his t-shirt. So
All right,
So,
she is a 14.
nice.
Is this the noble woman, or is this?
This is the
different
noble
person,
woman.
possibly
Yes.
the princess. Oh,
She's cougarish.
so we haven't actually seen the princess that she's said to be escorting.
You have only seen two humans. You've seen the entire inside of her cart, you think, and
If you know
there's
what I
no
mean.
other person with her, other than
All right.
the master.
Okay, well, then that's fine then. Crud. So I don't want to. If I take my hand off the window, are the shutters going to slide open?
Well, when you picked it, it just kind of opened on its own. Why is there a
Yeah.
kitty? Who drew a kitty face? And what is this? Is this a uterus? No, nuts and a twig? What?
What is
Well,
going
the
on?
kitty was because that was the picture, the kitty face that I put in the documents.
I didn't draw the nuts in a twig, but I assume it's what's on my belt.
Those were drawn by Slade, it seems.
Wait, I didn't draw anything.
Yes,
What?
you did,
I've been
Slade.
nuts.
The nuts and twig are in the same color that is your color. Don't even try and hide it.
Brain slave.
Excellent plan.
I gotta kill everyone to clear my name.
You see a blank canvas and you just immediately think, "Oh, I can draw whatever I want on it," don't you? You.
I was putting
Yeah.
up an effect that's like special effects so that people could visualize.
So Neil, when,
That is our special effects budget.
done. That's it. That's our budget, guys.
Okay. Sorry. What are you doing up there, Jill?
So if I let go, does the window start to slide open, or do I need to sit here holding this in? I'm not going to watch her get.
You would have to hold it, otherwise it will open of its own accord.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess what do I have? I don't know. I mean, if I had chewing gum, that would be great. But of course, I don't have chewing gum. What do I have? I can stick this shut.
Okay. So while this is going on, while you're thinking of what can I put here to keep this closed, you hear her say, "Ah, who's a good little princess?"
Okay, now I do try to peek.
Okay. Now we flip back to the rest of the party downstairs.
Squirrelson, you there? Are you with us?
No, I'm looking at Jill. I'm like, Jill, come on, come down.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna burn her, okay?
Sounds
All
good.
agreed? Cool. So you want to go now? Now I think we have an advantage. She's not expecting us, and I can just claim that you've come here to receive your payment for the last day, and then you can leave. And if we can get her down in one hit, so she doesn't scream, that'd be good.
But how are we gonna burn her without burning down this entire place?
Oh, I know. I'm gonna use my net. We're gonna net her, put a cloak over the net after we knock her unconscious,
Oh my god.
take her outside, and we're gonna burn her.
I don't have any blunt weapons.
Now we're just gonna cut at her.
Right
So
now.
we're gonna cut at her near death, and when she's close to death, we just smack her with the end of our weapons or something.
I think Squirrely might be in the wrong party.
Yeah. I'm having a harder and harder time understanding why Jill is traveling with these people.
I like the ghost idea.
Yeah.
Because then she learns a lesson.
And we can use our blink powers.
Yeah, but if you all guys want to do the blink thingy, let's do the blink thingy. But I already kind of set up the whole thing. She's
How about this?
expecting.
Yeah, she's a jerk, but
Hold
being
on,
a
Rob.
jerk
Hold on. You're
half of
hanging
the
out
offense, I'd be
upstairs.
killing half the people I look at.
She's expecting me to fire you guys and get new people. So how do we get back from that?
I got it. Okay.
You're like,
I got
bitch,
it.
I want my payday.
So we go into town and we find a couple humans, and then we kill them. But then we take their faces and then we wear them. Then she'll think we're human.
That's gonna
That-
completely work.
Yeah. So thus we avoid.
I'm okay with that if we burn the bodies. If we sacrifice the body, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that avoids the problem of burning the client.
Yeah, but the burning is
Or
We scared away the DM.
yeah, wow. Guys, you all have up done. Who did the damage, the max damage last year? And he gets to be the.
didn't do the
Okay, yeah, so we've already burned her. This whole city is burned down. What do we do next?
Sorry, there's a phone making noise in the other room. What was your?
We burned. So you stepped out, and Justin just took over as the DM. We just burned the whole city down.
Well, thank God the whole city was a single tavern. And
Yes.
since Rob was technically on the tavern, I guess you burned down Rob too.
No, he magically teleported off.
He jumped off. It's fine.
Okay. So what?
Wait, so
What is the
You missed
consensus
the
here?
whole line.
okay, the consensus is we're gonna dress up as human ghosts and we're gonna blink in and then teach her a lesson about being racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you
There's
like
gonna be a
to
moral to
teach
this
this
story.
lesson? I mean, so give me her step by step what you're doing. Like you don't have to tell me what you're going to do in the future, but what are you doing right now to start this process?
Oh, and just for myself over here, I pull just to finish where I am. I pull one of the candlesticks that I have 10 of because they were 10 for something, and I bite off a little end of the candlestick, chew it up, get it warm and squishy, and then sort of slide that in and use it to stick the window shut like a piece of gum.
Oh, so what does he see?
Now that the window is stuck shut, or it's going to hold shut, then I'll climb down.
But what do you see when he
what do you see?
says, "Who's a good little
Yeah,
princess"?
you gotta see.
Oh yeah, what did I see? I think it's a cat, right?
I want to
It
know.
is a cat. She is petting a very fluffy white cat with a diamond-studded collar that goes all the way around it. That
Wait, so she
shines in the
undressed
candlelight.
and she undressed and took out from under her clothes a very white.
I don't know
I
where
don't
you got taking out from under her clothes.
But what? Where was she? Where was
You're
the
not.
cat?
First off, your character's not even there. Secondly, no one was looking when the cat showed up.
She was hiding pussy somewhere. You never
I-
know.
I don't want to say that on the record. I avoided saying that.
So, just judging from what I know of Aristotle, does this cat look like Aristotle's type?
What is Aristotle's type? You tell me what sort
I
of
don't
personality.
know. I didn't put that on my character sheet. Somehow I forgot to put down what type of cats my cat finds attractive.
Would you just wing it for me then?
I mean, female cats that are in heat. If Aristotle's male, I think that pretty much. sums it up.
Aristotle's female.
Oh, male cats. While she's in heat.
Wait,
And-
Aristotle is female?
Cat. It might be a pretty, picky cat.
Get your cat spayed and neutered, chat. Get your cat spayed and
Yes,
neutered.
first get your cat spayed and neutered. Secondly, I thought Aristotle was a dude.
Apparently,
No,
I've been role-playing Aristotle like a guy this whole time.
Oh my god.
I can't. We might have to retcon the.
Aristotle's a cat.
Is this even an wait? Is this even an elven cat? Elves are pretty arrogant. Would an elven cat even be into a cat that's not also an elven cat?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
So I think the first question is this obviously an elven? Is this princess obviously an elven cat? And is Aristotle a lesbian cat?
And
It
Neil,
does
is your
not
house
look
burning
like an
down?
elven cat.
Just because the cat is fluffy does not mean that it's female.
This is true.
But it's called princess. I guess Aristotle's a
Uh,
guy.
yeah,
So-
Aristotle.
Alright,
And Aristotle isn't even Aristotle's real name. Aristotle's real name is Plato, but it goes by the name Aristotle
'Cause he
to
wants
put
to-
out her beliefs.
So is Plato a guy, but Aristotle's a girl?
No,
Kind of like
both
Jack
of them
and
are-
Jill.
No,
No.
Okay.
Aristotle is a girl, whether Aristotle is Plato or Aristotle.
Does Aristotle feel very alone? Because I feel like a fluffy cat would make that you could like cuddle up to and feel.
Okay,
safe.
all right, hold on. Rob's the only one in the room with the cat. You see a big fluffy white cat with a diamond-studded collar around it.
Neil.
That's-
Aristotle goes
I
to-
don't judge. I don't ask and I don't judge regarding Aristotle's tastes. I figure those are Aristotle's.
You're not sure. You've never maybe. You'd have to ask Aristotle.
Okay,
Aristotle doesn't seem to have a
I'll have to
consistent
let
type.
Aristotle know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, now that I know what princess is, I'll sneak on down.
Okay.
I'll go find Aristotle.
All right, you see the rest of the group gearing up, having paid for their meals, getting ready to do what? What are you guys doing when La Sombra walks in?
Hang on, make sure Squirrely takes off the squirrel mask.
Yeah, I took off the squirrel mask and I put it away, and I'm standing.
And the belt.
I'm with
And the belt.
with Jill. There we go.
And the belt.
And the belt. I take off the belt.
I was waiting for you not to take off the belt and
I give
mention
a little shake of the twig first. Just like woo, woo, woo. Okay, and I put it away.
There they are. So, one second. Slade, what camp are you here in? Do you want to burn her or do you want to teach her a lesson?
It sounds like she might have a lot of money where she's going, and that's my concern. We can burn her once we get her there. I'm all for that.
So we're here for this part.
What?
Yeah, this is the part where you guys walk in.
Oh, Jill, Square McPherson, and I explained everything that she told me. She told me about. She is expecting me to fire these guys tonight and bring new people tomorrow.
Like,
Oh, just
you
tell her that-
people are all horrible people. And,
She's racist.
And you're horrible. And what you're planning to do is horrible.
I'm a half elf. Everyone's
Horribly
racist.
awesome.
I've literally in my whole life not met a single person who's not racist except for Jill. And she's
I'm
kind
not
of,
racist.
I'm
she's
like,
kind of also a half elf.
I personally believe that karma takes care of people like this, and that they go
Karma,
around-
in this case, is my jug and my tissue, and well, my whatever.
No, karma in this case.
My jug and my tissue?
That does not sound right. That does not sound like a right thing.
I don't think anything we're talking about in Shenanigans is the right thing. On the record.
Okay.
I kind of feel like the universe is going to maybe take a prized possession from her, and even maybe a whole bunch of paperwork.
Well, whenever that happens, let us know. But until then, we still need to fire these guys and get new people.
I
Unless
think it might have already happened.
okay,
Well,
Okay, and
Who is
how-
Corbin?
how does that? Oh,
how does
Jill.
make such things happen and then condemn us for doing what the universe should be doing in the first place?
No, actually,
Are we
here's the
part
weird
of the
thing.
universe here?
Squirrely and I were outside, just taking a walk, and then we looked up, and right then, out of the window, you will not believe who we saw coming out of the window, her window.
Hold on. Let's guess. Everyone take a guess as to what they saw.
Was it Batman?
Better.
I'm going to say
Batman.
all marks.
There's only one
a
person
crowd.
better than Batman. Was it La Sombra?
And not only the Sombra, but the squirrel.
I've never heard of this person.
Both of them were there. La Sombra and the squirrel. And then La Sombra looked down at us, smiled, and tossed us a bag of documents, and then just disappeared across the rooftops, just like that cat.
Neil, do we have an insight check that we can do?
An insight check? What do you mean an insight check?
I want to figure out if she's lying or not.
You make your own character's reaction to that on your own. You don't need to roll an insight check. You can believe her or disbelieve her all on your own.
Okay, good. Well, whatever happened, good you have them. Anybody here with Dwarvish?
I can with Dwarvish.
Dwarves?
Oh yeah, good point. So what does it say on them?
Perhaps we should adjourn to our room so we're not doing this in a public place.
No, I want to do it in a public place. It's more fun when you think you can get caught.
Backwater town. She's expecting me upstairs with new contacts. What's the risk?
I mean, there's not actually a town here. This is literally just
it's
a tavern in
an
the
inn.
woods.
I guess you can tell her there's no one else here to hire.
Is she sleeping?
No.
She's playing with her pussy.
Oh.
Wait.
Wait,
you
what?
said you didn't look through the window. How do you know she's praying with the?
Because that's what I would do if I was the woman alone in a room.
Can I? If I read these documents,
I
then
slap him.
Roll the hit.
can you PM me?
Can I have a surprise?
I can PM you all sorts of things. Yeah, sure. +4 to hit
No,
for surprise.
No, Squirrely's not surprised. Squirrely's used to being slapped.
All right, Squirrely, give me a surprise check. That's a D10 plus your surprise adjust based off your perception score.
Oh my
That's
God!
probably
Wait a
zero.
minute. You can even check my character sheet. I'm not making this up. The character sheet that you've had from the beginning. I apparently can read Dwarven.
Yes, you can. However, they've been handed off to I'm forgetting your name, Floyd Dangle, to read instead for some reason. No one's quite sure why. Floyd, what did you roll, Roman?
You rolled a 21.
Oh, 21. I slap his face hard.
Okay, yeah. You were not surprised by this. We're surprised by this, actually. What is your perception score, Squirrely?
5.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, so you were surprised, and you got slapped in the face. How do you feel about being slapped in the face?
That depends. How hard was it?
It's
Hard.
a critical slap in the face.
She's not the type of woman that slaps gently. She's the type of woman that slaps like a man. Like she's a warrior. She's a tribe. Like you get slapped.
2 of us been slapped in the face already.
So, I mean, that was good. I think it lacked a little bit of fire. If you're going to be a fire elemental paladin, you're going to need to, figure that out.
I deep hatred look into my face. I raise up from my chair and I crack my fingers like this. You want me to have some practice on you?
Get a room, you two.
I shoot him like a cold glass.
You're not doing cold glances. You're a fire paladin.
Humans aren't technically animals in 2e, are they?
Yes, they are.
They are?
Well, I mean, it depends on the term animal. It depends on when they... context.
Pretty
No,
animal.
I think they're classified as
Animals.
humanoids. I don't think they can be animals.
Well, I don't think second edition has different classifications. Like, there's humanoids and there's animals, and there's probably crossover in most
But
of
see,
them.
there's spells that are like conjure animals or speak with animals.
You can't conjure humans. That's
You have to be pretty high level for that.
There's a distinction there. It's not a meaning. It's like not a scientific distinction. It's just a 2e distinction. Okay.
Also, So are we committed to this plan of giving her a lesson? I still feel that doesn't really solve our problem. I still
worry.
feel she wants
Oh,
to fire you.
that can be the
What is our
backup
problem?
plan. We
She's
can
a-
try this first, and then
she's a
if she
fort.
doesn't learn her lesson, then we can try your plan.
Yes! Good,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
All right, we need sheets then.
Whenever you're ready, just tell me. I'll walk you guys inside and give an excuse so you can start your whatever you're doing.
Okay, can anybody conjure some fog, or do we have any way of doing, like, making some smoke?
We can blink in.
Yeah, but with the smoke, it becomes more ominous, and I feel that would be more effective.
Does anyone have chains?
How do cantrips work now?
Cantrips.
Like in this particular version of 2E, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let me look. I don't remember. It's been so long since anyone's actually used a cantrip spell. I'm so
I
excited.
think cantrips are awesome.
They're fantastic, but
Anybody have
everyone
some
wants magic
prestidigitation?
missile or burning hands. You know.
No, I took the cantrip. Actually, I think they made it like. Didn't they make it like a cantrip spell, and you can just do different tricks for the duration?
Yeah.
Cantrips
Okay.
are spells studied by wizards during their apprenticeship, regardless of school. The cantrip spell is a practice method for the apprentice, teaching you how to tap minute amounts of magical energy. Once cast, the cantrip spell enables the caster to create minor magical effects for the duration of the spell.
How
However,
long
these
is the
effects-
duration?
1 hour per level.
Oh, there we go. I will dememorize sleep, and I will memorize cantrip
For tomorrow or for today?
for today.
Tomorrow. For today.
Right now, for tonight.
You have to sleep.
Can I just
You
forget a
have to
spell?
memorize.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you got to
Spells.
memorize spells at the start of each day,
Yeah.
and then you're stuck with that.
Well, I always
set.
have sleep, but I thought you could like trade out a spell, can't you?
After a sleep cycle, not
Yeah.
sleep the spell cycle,
Oh.
but yeah.
Oh, I thought you could just do it for like whatever was the amount of time that it took to memorize.
No.
No, but that's a really interesting.
Rule.
I like that home
Yeah, 'cause I'm
rule.
not replacing one that I've cast. I
Right,
haven't
you're just
cast,
switching out one that you haven't cast if you have your spellbook
Yeah.
available.
which I do.
I like that, but it actually takes time to do. You can't do it in
No, I
combat.
thought it was
you could.
15 minutes per spell level or something like that.
I think it's 10 minutes per
Basically
spell
the
level
time
to
memorize
remember.
the spell.
I think it's 10 minutes per spell level to.
Okay, or something like that.
Yeah. Sure, that'll be the rule. Yeah. You can totally switch it out if you have 10 minutes to read and study
Okay,
and stuff.
which we do.
Yeah. It's a
So
great
I'll
house.
go up in my room and forget sleep and memorize cantrip in its place.
I think sleep could be useful for this plan, though.
I think cantrip that's our special effects budget.
Yeah.
And then I take out the disguise kit. It's just on the character sheet.
It's on the character sheet. I know. You take out your disguise kit, and what do you do with it?
Let's see. So let's gather everybody up here.
Paint a turtle.
Where
on
are
my
you?
face.
Are you guys still down in the common room, right?
Yeah, I'll tell everybody to come on up to the room here.
I stuck with Jill.
Okay. So the whole party trounces upstairs, leaving the common room pretty empty. Actually, as you leave, you notice that the room has become surprisingly empty, and looking about, all the other patrons are gone. Just the waiting staff is left here. And you don't know exactly why or when they left, but they're gone now.
Aw.
You know, maybe they were just here for lunch or dinner. Maybe they live nearby.
Maybe they overheard the conversation about burning people alive and decided.
Maybe
to
they
stay on.
overheard the conversation.
All right.
Oh,
So who's going to be the ghost of what? And I get out the.
I'll be the ghost of Christmas yesteryear.
Okay, so we need to make you look older. And
Good
so I'll
luck.
get out the makeup and everything, and I'll just start going at it. We need to make you look like not you. This is not a sitcom episode where you just expect the ghost to be the regular cast playing the parts of the different ghosts.
Can I be Ross?
That
then?
would be absurd and ridiculous, and that is not what we're about here as a
Mm-mm.
party.
Mm-mm.
Not
About
at all.
burning people.
All right, so I'm gonna
Yes.
just totally go to town on Slade,
Marina
making
agrees.
Slade
Phrasing.
look different.
All right,
Make Slade
give
look
me
older and not like Slade.
a disguise proficiency check.
Okay, and I've got the impersonation talent too, so this is totally my wheelhouse.
So Slade will physically look like another person, but unless Slade has acting or disguise, he will still be kind of act and talk and sound like Slade. That is
I
the.
don't.
Yeah, but all dwarves sound alike anyway.
It's okay. I got this. All we'll have to do.
He's a
And we're going to
halfling.
teach her a lesson about racism and not.
He's a halfling, Rob.
He'll appear.
All right, let's talk about lessons in racism. Halflings and
appear-
dwarves.
He'll appear in the room, but I can talk for him because I have ventriloquism. It'll be fine. I can just throw my voice.
Okay, but I have forgery, but that's weird because I don't know how to write.
Yeah, that's a very weird skill. How do you have forgery but not reading and writing?
Because I forgot that 2E, you have to have reading and writing as proficiency.
He can forge things by copying it, but he doesn't know what he's actually saying.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I could copy.
Wait,
something,
this
but I
sounds
don't
familiar
know what
to
to say.
something.
You can forge people's signatures and stuff like that. No problem. If you see a signature, you can copy it. You can copy sections of text and no problem. No idea what you're writing.
Exactly. It's going to be hysterical when I do that.
You're really good with your hands.
All right, so 21 on Slade.
All right, Slade, you are disguised. You look like an old man, halfling.
Yes, my children. Apples and wankers.
Who else is getting disguised?
Who else is going to be a ghost? I
Jiminy
feel like
Willikers.
Mac's a ghost.
I'll be a ghost.
Okay.
Mac.
Manuel Alonso Cortez.
Yeah.
Mac.
I'm assuming that was intentional, right?
Yeah. Anyways, I'll be ghost of now, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Just ghost me up.
All right.
Ghost me like one of your French girls.
Give me
So
a.
I'm gonna ghost up Mac like the ghost of now. So
What does
I'm
that
going
look like?
to paint like
Shouldn't he just be
some sort of meme on his shirt. And I'm gonna paint like I don't know, like a little line going, from his ear like down to like tucked into his pocket.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. If we're Christmas caroling this, if I'm looking old, shouldn't I be the ghost of Christmas future?
Technicality.
That's a good
No, the
point.
past is old. The future is new.
No, but the past is when you're young and youthful, and you're like a baby Scrooge.
Slade has a point.
It looks like I'm the ghost of Christmas future Shenanigans.
All right. So you
Boom!
you totally encapture the
I
essence
totally
of now. You look absolutely millennial.
Okay, you are.
Oh no.
You have weird stuff all over you, and you don't understand what it looks like, but you're painted up. It's some good body art. Do you have an acting or a disguise proficiency, Mac?
Hell no.
Okay.
Nope.
So again,
Nope,
you're
nope.
you're gonna act and sound like you, but you will definitely look like someone else. And who is the ghost of Christmas past?
The babyest of the group.
Anyone volunteering for this job?
I would have done it if I didn't realize I was doing it in reverse. But he did such nice artwork, I can't help it.
Well, it should be one of the least human races, right? Because we're trying to cure her of her racism. So
Yeah.
we have a halfling, a dwarf, and another.
What dwarf?
Oh, we haven't done the dwarf yet. We should do the dwarf. Floyd, was it Floyd Dangler
Yeah.
Floyd Dangle.
Just dangle.
Floyd Dangle.
or Floyd Dangle?
Okay.
All right.
So we're making you the ghost of Christmas past or future. So you're the young one. Is that correct? How does this work? Because let's be honest, we all just saw the movies. We never actually read the darn thing.
What? You've never read A Christmas Carol?
Who reads A Christmas Carol?
I did.
I
A really good book.
think I had to read it at
I gotta
school.
admit, I like the Muppet version a little bit better than the actual book, but still.
I think Muppets are creepy.
All right, let's get
Yeah,
on.
that's the thing. You don't actually need to read a Christmas Carol. You can watch one with Muppets, or you can watch one with Bill Murray,
Yeah, that's the one
you
I've
know,
seen.
or like Captain Picard, or there's a different, like whatever you feel like that day. There's a Christmas Carol for that.
Was it actually a Star Trek Christmas Carol, or was it just?
WKRP?
It was just a regular
The
Christmas
guy that gave
Carol
it-
card in it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's Christmas carols with plenty of British people.
Oh God, yeah.
Every sitcom has a Christmas Carol.
Well, there's also a Star Wars Christmas Carol. Holiday.
Oh man,
There's also a Star Wars Christmas film.
That's
It was a
that's what
holiday
I'm talking about, Roman.
Is that the name for it? I hate
Uh,
you.
All right, so let's go get the show on the road because I
Okay.
want to.
You want to roll another 20 so you can take another shot. Is that what I'm hearing?
That too. I'll just roll right now to see if I take one.
No.
Yeah, got that 9 out of the way.
All right. So, you guys are dressing up Floyd Dangle as the Ghost of Christmas Past. Give me another.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you rolled a 21 on the check. Yeah. So you're all ghosted up, looking like unusual people and ready to go.
All right.
So how do you execute
Got
this
a good
plan?
feeling about this, guys.
Okay, so we need to
Gotta
wait
do it in order.
for her to
Past,
be
present,
asleep.
All right. So you hang out and wait for her to sleep.
Okay, and then so what we'll do is I'll try to pick the lock here so you guys can go in and out, and then you'll have the door closed and wait. Actually, do we want to sneak everybody in and just have them hide around the room, and then wake her up?
That would be
I'll
easy.
hang out the window and do special effects.
Which plan are you going with?
It would be easier to sneak everybody in at the same time rather than try to sneak like 3 people in separate.
Yeah, because then she would have to actually go to sleep between each one. And who seriously would do that after like the first ghost pops up? You're gonna go to sleep.
opium.
Yeah, I think we should sneak everyone in, and then I can just do ventriloquism from like under the bed. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I say if she starts screaming and asking for guards, I'm gonna close by, maybe barge into the room and pretend to be powerless against you.
Pretend you don't even see them.
Oh, good. Very good.
That's real good.
Oh
That's
my!
what I'm
This
gonna
is really coming together.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Also, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna mention it again. Ask Kubar. I'm gonna burn him if this doesn't work.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, so I will go and try to pick the lock to her room, so we can sneak them in once enough time has passed for her to fall asleep.
Okay, not a problem. You get over there, you tinker with the lock a little bit, and it slowly clinks into place and swings open freely.
All right, so we sneak everyone in. I'm like, okay, so get in position. I'll be outside and cast special effects.
I crawl into the bed.
You crawl into the bed, all right? Eric, where do you go?
I place myself in the corner because I'm the last one to talk.
Pat, where do you go?
I go behind the dresser.
Tim,
there
where do
is
you
one.
go? Yeah, there's a dresser.
I'm not a ghost, right?
You are a ghost.
You're
Oh, okay. Did you guys draw it on the map?
No.
just,
Just, it's a bedroom. Think about stuff that would be in a bedroom.
All right, I go behind the bed.
Okay. There's
Okay,
a...
so I memorize. I look where everybody is.
I will be in the next room, right? Because we bought the whole tavern, the whole room,
Right.
all the room. I'm literally the next room.
Sure,
to her.
sure.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go outside, climb back over to where I was before.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Window's already stuck with a piece of wax.
Okay, and before I start climbing, I'll cast cantrip, and then I'll climb down, so I don't have to try to climb it hanging onto a wall.
Right.
And then I'll be ready, like peeking in through the little crack in the window, ready to special effect.
Okay. Everyone is in their places. And let's
All right.
execute this plan when we come back from our break.
Okay.
See you guys on the other side.